So how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now, just like last week, this is going to be the weekly recap video where I share some of my live trades with you, and then after that I'll go ahead and show you my trading journal over on Notion. I'll briefly kind of walk through each and every one of my trades and break them down just to be fully transparent with where I'm at, and I'll show you the balance of my new Apex account, because this week I did start a new one on Monday, and it was an okay week. It started off really well, actually. By Wednesday I was up $500 on the new Apex account, and then unfortunately on Thursday and Friday I gave back those gains. So I basically ended the week break even, but that's still better than having a red week, and I think I did follow my plan well. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it so enjoy the live trading. Okay, Nasdaq's pulling back to this level. We're dropping kind of aggressively here.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm in long here. This might have been an early entry, but I like how we bottom wicked off this level, and it might want to pull back more. Man.
Stop filled.
Yep, I was too early to the trade. Now it's going to go up from here. No, that has to be impossible.
Order submitted.
Okay, we're going to try and get back in here.
Order filled.
Alright, here we go. I think this is a better entry. That I cannot believe I got wicked out of that first one, but this seems like a better trade.
Target filled.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's a relief. We got our 2-to-1 out of that. I guess that shows why re-entering can be very beneficial, because I'm not going to lie, after I got stopped out here, I entered here, immediately got stopped out to like almost the exact tick, and then it instantly shot back up, and honestly I was kind of livid after that. But you know, the trade isn't over just because you got stopped out, so I re-entered and got a 2-to-1 out of it, so now we're green on the day. Currently watching the Russell here for this retest. I'd like to see how it reacts off this level. It lines up with the trend line here.
Order submitted.
I'm going to try and get it filled here.
Order filled.
Alright, we're in. Wow, it's kind of lined up perfectly. So we're going for the break and retest of this intraday pivot high. I'm just going to aim for 1.5, I think. Yeah, let's see if we can get this move on up.
Target filled.
Alright, looks like we got filled here. Yeah, that trade actually worked out really well. You're probably wondering why I didn't get out at a 2-to-1. You know, the rest of the market is a little sideways today. There's not a super clear trend. So I didn't want us to sweep the highs here and come all the way back down, which that's kind of happening right now. So I just went for a 1.5 instead, which still puts us up $230 on the day. Yeah, I honestly read that really well. Okay, Russell's coming back down, giving us another retest here. I want to see it dip below this wick and get back up there. Don't know if that's going to happen, but
Order submitted.
I'm going to try and get filled at the 62s to go long.
Order filled.
Okay, perfect. Okay, this is already going down somehow. I'd really like to see us hold this level here. That's my thesis. But it looks like it's pulling back to VWAP.
Stop filled.
And got stopped out. That's exactly what happened yesterday on the Dow. It's just kind of frustrating because now got stopped out. What do I do now? Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at my journal over here on Notion. So you can see I took about 7 trades, so definitely did not overtrade. I like to aim for 1 to 2 trades a day. And if you take a look at the balance, so on Monday, the account started at 50K, because this is the 50K eval. Not real money, by the way. It's the evaluation. And then by Wednesday, we were up about 500, and then unfortunately, I took 3 losses in a row. We gave back pretty much all of it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this first trade here. This was a 1-to-1. I like to go for a 2-to-1 usually, but once in a while, I see an opportunity for a 1-to-1 scalp, and this was on the ES. I thought I was going to have it a no-trade day, but I ended up finding a decent 1-to-1 on ES. So let's go to full screen here. This is a setup I like. Basically, we came down to my zone. I did not take the first bounce. I waited for another retest. We barely swept the low, which I like to see. And we closed strong in the 1 minute. So I went long here and just targeted a 1-to-1. And that was a nice little win to start the week. Next trade. So yeah, on Tuesday I took 2 trades back-to-back on the NASDAQ. Now this easily could have been one nice clean trade, but unfortunately I got wicked out. So I got barely stopped out and then started to go back up, which really kind of elevated my emotions. I was able to get back in at pretty much the same price, and I ended up getting a 2-to-1 out of it. So this is one of my favorite setups. We had the morning dip below the level. We reclaimed the level and put in a higher low. So I went long on the retest, plus it lined up with VWAP. Went long here. And I placed my stop just below this wick, but I need to give it a little bit more room, you know. So I got stopped out. It went right back up, and I was low-key a little heated, especially when I saw it go all the way up to here. But I placed a limit order to get back in at pretty much the same price. Got filled, set a 2-to-1, and I got out here. That's the good thing about a 2-to-1 is your winners are twice as big as your losers, so I still ended the day up 150. And on Wednesday, I actually traded the Russell, which I don't normally trade, but I saw a really good setup, actually. This was probably one of the best setups of the week that I took. I said the Russell swept the pre-market low and reclaimed it and formed a nice uptrend. Blah, blah, blah. Did a nice retest. I'll show you the entry and exit. Liquidity sweep here. Then we formed this little double top. Intraday high, drill line there, broke through it, came back down, retested it. Plus it also lined up with this trend line, so I went long here. Now this is only a 1.5R trade. The reason for that is because I basically placed my take profit at the high, which was very smart because my thesis was, I think we can get back up to the high, but I think there's a good chance that, we sweep it and come back down. So yeah, I definitely had the right idea of, only going for a 1.5R because it worked out pretty much perfectly. So yeah, that was actually a pretty nice trade. Then on Thursday I had a hard time finding a trade, and I put on this trade on the Dow, and I'm not proud of it. I think this was probably one of my worst. Yeah, this was probably one of my worst trades of the week. I would not take this setup again. I think I really forced this trade here. This was not a clean setup at all. I mean, it's just chop, up, down, sideways price action that eventually came down to my level. And after I saw a little bit of bullish momentum, I went long off the level here, and I pretty much instantly got stopped out. So yeah, I think this was a forced trade. I was having trouble finding an entry, had some FOMO, and so I think I forced that trade. Now on Friday, I think I would take both these trades again, but they just happened to be losers. This was an okay setup on the Russell. It was a break and retest of the overnight high, I believe this was. We put in this nice 1 minute hammer candle here, so I placed a limit order right above it, and I got filled thinking that we would go back up towards this level here, and that just did not happen. I pretty much instantly got stopped out within a minute or so. And then of course it found support at my next zone, but I didn't take that, and then it went up from there. So, and then I found one more trade on the Nasdaq, and this also was a pretty good break and retest setup. I would take it again, but I think I just made a mistake of placing my stop in the wrong place, because this zone right here, it's a support zone, so I should have had my stop below the zone. But you know, that's just kind of a big stop loss, it seems like. I don't know, this is a tough loss here, because I got in on the retest here. This looked like a perfect break and retest to me. Started to go up. I was targeting a 2-to-1, and it came back down and stopped me out here. But I just really thought that the level was still going to hold. Now, I could have re-entered here, but I was already down, or I already took 2 losses on the day, which is pretty much my limit. Unfortunately, I just had to watch this go up without me. So yeah, that's kind of a tough loss, but yeah, I just need to work on placing my stop in the correct place. Because yeah, it really did not make sense to stop out, you know, above this level. We even had some support there from the first like 15 minutes or so. So yeah, it's a tough trade, but anyway, yeah, so those were all my trades for the week. I think I executed my plan pretty well. I think there's only one trade I would not take again. So yeah, I would say I followed my plan pretty well, but yeah, unfortunately we just had some losses to end the week, and I'm basically back to break even on this account. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy me being fully transparent about my trading and showing you my wins and my losses. If you have any advice for me as a trader, please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I would love to read it and reply to you. Do not hesitate to say, you know, whatever it is you're thinking, because I really do just want to keep on getting better. So I appreciate any sort of constructive criticism. And yeah, thank you all for the support on the channel recently. My video from last week did pretty well, actually, and I gained a few new subscribers. So if you're new here, thank you. I appreciate you for following me along my journey. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. You know, I'm going to try and get this wrapped up, and I'm going to try and edit it before I go to work. So hopefully I'll have it out this morning. Otherwise, it'll probably be out later tonight. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. So thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.